The music club, a broken guitar still makes a song. The school music club was a small room at the end of the hallway. It was not big, and it did not have many instruments. There was one old piano, two drums, and some guitars. The students loved to come there after class. They sang songs, they played together, and they laughed. The music club was not about being perfect. It was about sharing sounds, sharing feelings, and enjoying time with friends. One of the students in the club was a boy named Daniel. Daniel loved guitars. He did not have a new one at home, but in the music club, he always picked up the same guitar. It was old, with scratches on the wood. One string was missing, and another was a little loose. Many students thought it was useless. This guitar is broken. They said it cannot make good music, but Daniel did not agree. He believed every instrument had a voice. Every afternoon, Daniel sat with the broken guitar in his hands. He touched the strings softly. He listened to the sound. It was not perfect, but it was real. When he played, he closed his eyes and smiled. Music is not only about perfect sound, he said. Music is about the heart behind the sound. One week, the teacher of the music club announced something exciting. Next Friday, we will have a small concert, she said. Every student will play something in front of teachers and parents. You can play alone, or you can play in a group. The room filled with energy. Some students quickly started to plan their songs. They wanted to show their talent. Daniel wanted to join too, but he was nervous. He did not have a new guitar, only the broken one. He asked himself, what if people laugh at me? What if they think my music is bad? But then he remembered the feeling he had when he played. The broken guitar still made him happy. Maybe it could make others happy too. The week passed quickly. Students practiced every day. The piano player learned a long piece. The drummers made a loud rhythm. Some students even brought guitars from home, shiny and new. Daniel still came every day and practiced on his broken guitar. He did not play loudly. He played gently, with feeling. The teacher watched him and smiled. She saw the love in his music. Finally, the concert day arrived. The school hall was full of chairs. Parents sat in the front rows, teachers sat at the side, and students waited nervously behind the stage. Daniel's hands were shaking. He looked at the broken guitar and whispered, "Please don't let me down today." The concert began. The piano player started with a strong melody. Everyone clapped. Then the drummers came and made the hall shake with their rhythm. People cheered. Other students sang and played songs, one after another. The air was full of excitement. Then it was Daniel's turn. He walked slowly to the stage, holding the old guitar. Some people in the audience whispered, "Look at that guitar," one parent said. "It looks broken." Daniel heard the whispers, but he took a deep breath. He sat on the chair, closed his eyes, and began to play. At first, the sound was soft, almost shy. The missing string left a gap, but Daniel used the other strings in a creative way. He pressed the notes with care, and the melody grew stronger. The hall became quiet, people listened closely. They expected broken sounds, but what they heard was gentle, warm, and full of feeling. Daniel played a song he had made himself. It was simple, but it carried a story. It spoke of rain falling softly, of a quiet night, and of hope shining in the morning. The guitar, though old and scratched, told the story beautifully. Daniel's fingers moved with love, and his heart poured into every note. When he finished, there was silence for a moment. Then the hall exploded with claps. Parents stood up, teachers smiled, and students cheered loudly. Daniel opened his eyes and saw people looking at him with respect. His face turned red, but inside he felt light, like he was flying. The teacher walked to the stage and said, "Today we learned something important. Music does not need a perfect instrument. Even a broken guitar can make a beautiful song if the heart behind it is true." Everyone nodded. From that day, Daniel was no longer the quiet boy with the broken guitar. He became the heart of the music club. Other students asked him to teach them. They wanted to learn how to play with feeling, not just with skill. Daniel kept the broken guitar, even when the school later bought new ones. For him, it was not only an instrument, it was a friend, a teacher, and a symbol. It taught him that beauty is not in perfect things, but in the love and meaning we give to them. And so, the music club became more alive than ever. Whenever Daniel played, the old guitar spoke. It sang about hope, kindness, and courage. And everyone who listened learned that even broken things can shine if someone believes in them.